Early in the morning, we get picked up from our hostel by minivan. Then we get transferred into a bus, which brings us to Halong City. We had a lot of fun during the drive because Henry was just the funniest tour guide ever. After 2 hours, we have a quick stop at the Pearl Farm, where we also could grab a coffee and use the restrooms. 40 minutes more and we arrive to Halong City.
Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel.
Hi! So we made it to Cat Ba Island, and yesterday we didn't film much because honestly we just stayed one day and one night in Halong City, and there was just like nothing to do. You want to say what's...
The place looks really nice, really modern, but literally is empty.
The only reason we came to that place is because we wanted to come to Cat Ba, and so this morning we took the ferry. And it was a super cheap ferry. It was, how much was it?
Like €2.50 per person, something like that.
Which was like 120,000 dong, something like that. Once that we came to Cat Ba Island, there was a minivan waiting for us and took us to Cat Ba town. And this is where we are now.
And it took like 25 minutes from this port until here, the city. So it's cheap, easy to come, and also the ferry is really cheap, and you will see really nice views from the Halong Bay.
Yes, and also the bus, it was just I think €1.20 per person or something like that. So it was like super convenient to come here. I mean, there are many ways to come to that island, but I think we took the cheapest version, and yeah, here we are, and we're gonna stay like 3-4 days here. We want to explore with the island. He's gonna rent a scooter, so he's gonna drive around. One of the next days, when we have a little bit more of sunshine, we're gonna take a trip to
Halong Bay.
We stay at the Sunflower Hotel, which was just 3-minute walk away from the promenade. The hotel was super nice and modern, comfy beds, all new and clean. We paid about 736,000 dong. That is about, don't worry, €28 for 4 nights. Could you believe that price? It's just wow. And even the breakfast was included.
The moment that we came here to Cat Ba Island, we directly felt like much more welcome, and I don't know, people are more smiling, and I just think that they are more used to the tourists.
To foreigners.
Yes.
And to travelers.
So we're gonna stop here and let's see what that island has to offer, and we're gonna see us soon.
And yes, time for bubble tea. As you know already in the previous video, we love bubble tea. The price of the bubble tea also is fantastic. It's about 25,000 dong. That is about €1. And we went every day, almost every day, to this place that they call Guna Tea. Sadly, the place is not showing up on the Google map under this name, but it's located down in the Tuha Hotel.
Meanwhile, walking around, we smelled pizza somewhere, and hey, who can resist them? So the smell basically took us into the Napoli Pizza place, a cute family restaurant with stone oven, very friendly staff, and the food was super tasty. We paid around 140,000 dong for 2 Coca-Colas and 2 pizza margaritas, and this is about €5.40. Sadly, the day started with a little rain, so we went to have a smoothie bowl first at My Way, which is a very nice restaurant where you can have a lot of vegan and vegetarian options. Once it stopped to rain, we rented a scooter from our hotel, and then we were ready to explore the island. But first things first, let's help the kid with his bike.
First stop was a small temple called Chua Linh Quang Temple, which was a free enter, and you can walk upstairs towards the big white Buddha statue.
After that, we drove to the hospital cave. This cave was a field hospital when the US increased its bombing of North Vietnam in the 1960s. The cave served as a place for treating wounded soldiers, giving shelter and avoiding the bombs. The cave was super interesting and you will get rewarded with an amazing view at the end when you step out. Price was 40,000 dong per person and we had to pay also 5,000 dong for parking our scooter.
The master of goat.
Then we continue to the Trung Cave, which is a small but very nice stalactite cave. At some points, the ceiling was very low and you have to take care to don't hit your head, and on the other points, it was getting very narrow. In the price of 80,000 dong, it's also included the entry of the National Park of Cat Ba, where we are going another day. After that, we headed back to the cute little garden restaurant in the front of the hospital cave, where we have an easy peasy fried rice.
In the afternoon we drove up to the sunset Fort Canon, which is a nice viewpoint where you can get an amazing view of Halong Bay. And in the evening we met Carolina and Cristiano, the super nice couple we met in our hostel in Hanoi, as they were also coming to the island. And because the weather forecast was looking so good for the next day, we decided to book the trip to Halong Bay for the day after. Early in the morning we get picked up by a bus and then we were driven to the ferry port.
Number 6 of us. And my name is Hope. You can go, my nickname is Happy. So today I want to take you guys go to visit Guna Bay, also Halong Bay.
Halong Bay is a UNESCO World Heritage and the bay features around 1,600 stunning limestone formations rising out the emerald green water. We drove around floating villages and fishermen and then had our first stop, where we could dip into the water. And Leo, he couldn't resist and just jumped into the water. Even it was not that warm, but the fun was there. Then we continued to our floating parking area, where we get our kayaks and life vests. Guys, we can tell you, kayaking there was such an amazing experience. The nature is just so beautiful and stunning, and once you realize where you are, it's just like wow. You're in the middle of nowhere, somewhere out into the ocean, kayaking into a lagoon, and it's just a once-in-a-lifetime experience. After around 1.5 hours, we went back on board, where we got an amazing lunch. And when you book this trip, you could even choose if you want to have vegetarian or vegan food, and I think that was just really nice. So we booked that trip at our reception at the hotel, and because we were from the hotel and also we brought our friends to book the trip, we get a very good price and we paid 500,000 dong per person. And I think that is a super nice price because the trip was around like 7 hours and you had the kayak included and the food, and we get a welcome beer in the morning already. So guys, and this is how you can do Halong Bay on a budget. As you can see, it does not have to be expensive, and our honest opinion about the trip. So is it worth the hype? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, you have to do it.
Yeah, the trip, every penny was worth it.
After that, we went to a sunset walk at the Rock Trail. It is a very easy to do loop walk, which takes about 35 minutes, and you will come along the 3 beaches of Cat Ba town: Cat Co 1, 2 and 3. The walk has been super relaxing and beautiful.
The day after, we explored a little bit more the surroundings with our friends, and then we went to the National Park of Cat Ba because we wanted to do the hike up to the mountain. The hike up towards the top takes about 45 minutes or so and will take you through the nice jungle area of the park. Make sure to take some water with you, because even that it wasn't that warm that day, but we had so much humidity and you will definitely get warm hiking up. The views you will get on top are just priceless, so beautiful and peaceful. We stayed quite a while here to soak in all the energy and magic.
Non vive.
Then we went over to the another lookout, where you get an amazing 360-degree overview. The park closes at 5 p.m, so make sure that you start the trek as long as you have daylight, because really you don't want to walk there in the dark.
After the beautiful hike, we went to a dinner at the place called Casa Bonita. We got all vegan burgers and finger food, and it was very delicious. We paid around $150,000 per person. Sadly, we don't have any video from that, as we ran out of battery.
And in the evening we didn't make much because honestly we've been a little bit tired, but also we have to say that somehow in Vietnam after 9 or 10 p.m. it gets very quiet everywhere. So bags are packed, ready to take a bus, a speedboat, another bus, and then end up in Hanoi, where we are hopping on a night bus to Ha Giang.
Okay guys, thank you for watching and see you in the next one.